Okay, so I just wrote today, there is an imperial mastery that sets the kingdom into its pieces and into its whatever. Usually there is a name and a face. I mean, from a kingdom level, a wonderful, wonderful woman. For me, she was very nice. Taught me that there is the way that they live inside the menu, the diet, diet of the imperial nutrition that they are given, right? So they stay safe, and then they have a upper level conformity with the authority. And then there is the Badlands. And I'm like, right, the Badlands, okay. And then I took a wonderful trip out of a outer space alien closet, and I went to go visit one of the Badlands. Now, Badlands. Now, here's the thing. When they speak, I love their accent, first of all, but when they speak, it sounds like, I'm not sure, is it Bedlands or Badlands? Is there a difference? B-E-D or B-A-D? Because for me, the A is usually the Atlantic side, and then the E is usually the Europe side. So, I mean, that's for me, that's how I tell direction, because again, it leaves too much open for interpretation. Am I standing looking up and giving direction? Am I on the moon looking down? I mean, it changes the direction, but if I'm in the E or if I'm in the A, it is very spot on. Whatever. So let's think about this. I write in. She has Cuanti años, because she speaks a little more Italian than I do. I just sit and I'm like, right, I have to. So it's venti and then venti and venti for it's a quattro something or other. It's but I don't know in my tens, so it's quattro, and then it's deca is where they've left me in, and then it was okay. So Badlands, or Bethlehem, and I'm like, wait, Bethlehem, wait, that's back to that Christian. And I was like, oh, I don't want to get in the middle of any of this stuff. I was like, is this important? Muy importante, right, in the moment at which it was spoken. I cannot recall at the moment. There is a forest tree. They don't have forests over there. They do, but on a far part of whatever they're in charge of, and I don't think they made it ever out that far. Let's think about this, or at least that's what the man told me. But anyway, so let's think about this. The section I am in, I suppose, is the Badlands, but right then it came up about a sitz bath, which I'm like, I hear my mother say that a lot, but that comes, again, I don't know, that's too much visual, whatever, but that gives you an idea of the housing accommodations, from where I was born. Let's think about this. Then, right, okay, so now I wrote to my one. I said it's the end and the beginning. I mean, there's no choice for the two of us. It's he and I. It's whatever the humanness throws us into with disconnecting, throwing me out of helicopters, leaving him, and then him to find me all broken by a tree. I mean, it's been one hell of a. And somebody says to me, they're like, but it's the mob. It's an occupational hazard. Okay, so you have some occupation, law enforcement, something helpful, something good in the world, and now that becomes my hazard for life? just trying to marry the one man I was born for. Is that what you are all saying? It humanness, peopleness, and the badlands of, yeah, I don't really like humans, or the moving thingamajiggies, whatever they are. They have not been nice and kind, and they have not been helpful. So the forest department, right, they are the ones who, right, there's my end of the forest where I have deciduous trees, and they cut all of them down to put the sitbath people some housing. And then I've got, let's think about this. There's no, like, useful anything that knows about menu, diet, or nutrition, for sure. There is not even a ministry, a church, a monastery. There is definitely nothing over here. They set this side up like a shit show. Let's think about this. So I needed to get out, right? Some mom was really mad that I would make reference to a woman with no upper body in one of the entertainment gentlemen's clubs over here, because their gentlemen's clubs were actually like shrine and not mosque, it's no shrine worthy, where the men whatever, but it's not like this. These are the right, there's the bedland thingies, right? Okay, so that's what that is. And then so I'm like, yeah, okay, but here's the thing. I have the Badland Sings who go to these places that don't want to lose their privilege, right? They will make up all sorts of lies about me in my lifetime, for coin, opportunity, just to be shitbags because they think it's funny. Right, great. Okay, so I got to be careful of that tripwire and landmine. And then I've got they speak to the ghouls, which are your people, Imperial Kingdom staff members that could be helpful and required by law, since I'm a bright one and they know I'm in the Sitspath area. So the people over there, right, the ghouls, right, so the ones who like to go to these shows, right, with the whatever, and they don't want to lose that privilege, right, sometimes they talk, and they get confused about your words, their words, and then my reputation. Right, yeah. So now, why is that my occupational hazard? Because they can't perform their occupation properly. I'm just curious. Right, see, because at the top of the imperial top, there is one woman and one man. We only want one another, and we want to be married. There's no competition for this. There's no, like, beauty contest. Nine, yeah, spasiba. Ain't happening. It's two people, one male, one female, that's it. So why was there so much confusion at the Parks Department of deciduous seasonal trees that die annually, some of them momentarily? Where did we lose you on I don't give a fuck how many of you live or survive, get me the fuck out of Sitspath people and arena as fast as possible? And you and the words that come out of your mouth are not even worth the weight in anything when it comes to my rescue and what actually is going on.